out here in Zephyr, just kind of fixing a couple of things. And I guess I'm going to show you some of the things that I've updated since I last made a video of it. Yes, the engine's running. Just hadn't had him fired up in a little while. Just wanted to start him up and let him sit and idle for a little bit. Alright, well, there's a couple of things. Now, some of y'all may have these. Well, all buses have got these emergency hatches, which is really handy for, you know, you can open this up and you can actually get out of the bus, climb up on top. You know, I've got the deck up on top and everything. A lot of people take them out and they make their own skylights. One of these days I may actually do that. I've kind of just still got this in there for right now, but eventually I may do something with it. For right now, you know, I want to use this. Problem is, these things are made to be used in an emergency to get the kids out. So they're not really made to be like a door that opens and closes all the time. Now, I use it a lot to get up onto the roof. And let me turn the camera around, I'll show you how it's made. Alright, so it has a spring in here and a spring in here, and when you push up like that, what happens, these compress in on these springs, push together and allow it enough give to pop up, and that holds it in the upright position. Now that's, you know, I'll probably do this side like I did the other one, but these are not really, I mean, they're strong enough to kind of work, but the thing is, this side, some of you already probably realize that there's something different about this. Okay, you twist this and push that up, and the whole thing opens up like that. And what I was doing is, after I'd get it open, I would push this down like that, throw my ladder up here to climb up and down. Well, one day I forgot, and I left it in that position. And where's my piece? And when I left it in that position and threw my ladder up, it broke. This piece came from a bus junkyard, and actually in the process of taking this one out, because they're all kind of brittle and old, and not all buses have this exact same thing. Some of them do though, and this will help people that actually have the same designed latch. Now, the thing that cracks is, probably see on this side better, this piece of plastic right here. It's not super thick, and as it gets old, it tends to start cracking. There's a lot of pressure. That's a pretty heavy duty spring. Let's pull that out there. That's a pretty heavy duty spring right there, and it takes some force to compress that into there. And when it does, all that force is tries to twist. And if it twists enough, of course, you get broken pieces. Also, if you're dumb enough to throw a ladder up on it while it's up, what I've done is that this is a piece of PVC. Actually, when we went to the junkyard to get this piece off, we actually kind of cracked it right here, and it was going to break all the way up. But before that happened, I went and got a piece of PVC. I think this is 3/4 inch PVC, and cut it off the right length this way, and then I took the grinder, and you might be able to see from up there, I took the grinder and grinded away a groove big enough for, well, that's the shape of it, so the groove fits over these. And then what I did is I took and just drove it up on there, took a hammer and kind of gently drove it up on there. So that is some reinforcement on there, and it's pretty strong now. I don't think it's going to break again. That will hold out. So that's one little thing that I've done. Not anything too huge, but get that lined up, pull it down like that, and there we go. Turn this to lock it. And on a kind of warm day, sometimes you can do that. I run the air conditioner though, but if it's not quite hot enough to run the air conditioner, you can just pop that up, or if you don't have air conditioner, you can just pop this up, and the wind will, the hottest air is of course up on top, and it'll suck it out. It helps. Something else I'm actually in the process of fixing right now, and something else to watch out for. These on-demand water heaters, when you're leaving it sit and there's a possibility of freezing temperatures, there is a screw right up in here that you can remove. Take this little screw out, or bolt out, and when you take that out, it is supposed to drain all the water out of these pipes right through here, and that will prevent it from cracking when it freezes. Alright, that works great if you're parked level. One thing I learned the hard way, I'm hoping not to have to replace the heater. I think I may have it fixed. Not very pretty, but let me show you. Okay, down here is the little, you can see the little knurled thing right here. You take that out, pull that thing out, and let all the water run out. You want to put like a little pan or something down here to catch the water. Let all the water run out, and it will drain these pipes. That's what I was talking about, these pipes right here. If you notice, okay, that is pretty much holding the camera level right there. And no, the heater is not unlevel. We're sitting on a hill. So what happens in an area like this is water gets trapped right here. And of course, it's not going to drain out that way because this part's uphill. So this part of the pipe right here still has water in it. And what happened was we got some freezing temperatures, and this froze and cracked the pipe. So I had a leak right here. And I know this is a gobbed up repair right here, but I tried soldering it first. It's like, let's imagine the little slit is right here. I tried soldering it and soldering it and soldering it. I'm not the best at soldering stuff, so it didn't exactly work out. If this doesn't work, I may try my hand at soldering it again. But so far this is holding. And what I did, first off, I don't know, maybe it's holding. First off, I put that water weld stuff on. Underneath is kind of like JV weld stuff that's rated for water. And then after that, I put like about 10 layers of this cement. Just gobbed a bunch of layers of it on, figuring maybe that might help. I don't think it's working because there is a drip. It was not dripping a while ago. Let me turn water pump back on, and it'll pressurize. It's pressurized now. Maybe that was extra water that was just there. Okay, it doesn't seem to be dripping, so that's a good thing. It was before, when I turned the water on, it would just spray everywhere. You can tell I even overheated that trying to solder it using the torch. But it seems to be holding so far, so yeah. Anyway, that's another little fix that I've done. I'm gonna let it set pressurized for a little while and see if it develops a leak, and then I'll run it through a heating cycle and see if that ends up developing a leak, because that'll be a real test, is the heat, I guess. Okay, but anyway, that's just a little lesson right there that I've learned that try to pass on to you guys. Okay, then something else that I've done that I don't know if y'all have seen yet is I trimmed out around here and added a little place for my soap and just put boards up to kind of frame around it. I'm going to continue that on down there and all that. Probably put a piece up there and probably up on all of the windows like that. But on this side I did something similar to that. You can see right there. And got my stove over here so I can work on the water heater. But I added a table. And the way that I added the table was, first off, I added these pieces of trim here. They go all the way to here. And then I just basically, the table is screwed in two places, just straight through. I always have a screwdriver with me, so it's no trouble to get those back out. And then down here, you may recognize this as the table from Buster. This is a table that was in Buster, and it works pretty good. I do notice that this chair tends to hit it a little bit, but as far as sitting down and eating, let me get you another shot. Okay, of course you've got this seat that you can sit in and eat, and it's like perfect. You know, your legs are underneath there and everything. It's perfect. But you can also sit over here, and you can sit in this chair and you can eat. So, or you could sit like over here. I've sat over here and edited a few videos, and it's actually fairly comfortable to sit here. It's the right height and everything. So yeah, that's a little update. I don't think I showed anybody that before. And then I changed the towel over here. Something my glue may be coming back loose, but let me open this door and go out and show you. Turn the chair around. Okay. Push it back down. I'm gonna have to get some more glue for that. That's fine. Alright, so I redid the steps area right here. This is just, of course, those strips of vinyl tile. They're strips instead of squares like I've got on the rest of it, and I just put them across. Like I said, a little bit more glue and it'll be fine. But I took these right here, which are the strips of metal that used to go down the middle of the bus. This is the original strips of metal right here, and I just reused them to trim that out. So I think it turned out okay. But anyway, yeah. The engine's running, so warming him up. I'm going to take him for a little drive, but yeah. Anyway, yep, temperature's up already. I'll go ahead and turn him off for right now. And I think that's basically got everything. Can't think of anything else that I have done recently. I'm pretty satisfied with everything else. Oh, I did add a magnet to this, because this door right here, you would always have to, it's a little heavy, and you would always have to hold it up with your head, kind of like that, while you were getting into it. Now, I took a neodymium magnet, and this is the same stuff I put on my water heater, that water weld stuff. It's pretty strong. And then I took some JB Weld and put another neodymium magnet on the end of this. And then when you put them up together, it holds it open for you. So you don't have to fight with the door anymore. So, that's another little thing that I done. Anyway, appreciate everybody watching. See y'all on the next one.